Hello and welcome back to 5-Minute Productivity. My name is Chris Gamir, and in this episode I'm going to show you how to set up labels in Todoist. Labels are very similar to tags in other systems, where labels can be added to many different tasks across projects, making it easy to find those tasks later on. Examples of this could be action-based like calls or emails, or context-based like computer or phone. If you are familiar with Getting Things Done by David Allen, he refers to these as contexts. This is exactly what labels can be used for. As I mentioned in the last video, labels and filters are a premium feature. So if you want to be able to use labels in your Todoist system, you will need to sign up for the premium account. Hopefully you'll see that this can be very helpful in your day-to-day use of your productivity system. Let's expand the sidebar on the left for labels, and as you can see, you can either add a label through this plus icon or adding a label below. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'm going to start with my device labels. So first one being computer, and let's change this to a green color. And that's typically what I use for device-specific labels. And I like starting off with device-specific labels because I can then set up filters and custom start pages on all of my devices. And because I'm a Mac user, I have a computer, laptop, a iPad, and an iPhone, and I can do different tasks on any of those devices. So, for example, like writing an email, might be better on a computer or an iPad, but I can only make calls from the iPhone. It's really up to you which devices that you want to set up, but I'm just going to show you a little bit of my system. So I'm going to go ahead and create ones for iPad and iPhone. And just personally, I like having all of my labels in lowercase, but it's totally up to you if you want to mix and match or do anything like that. Another way that you can add labels is directly inline when you're creating a new task. Let's head over to our inbox and let's add a new task for call Bob about project A. So with this, we have a couple things going on. We want to be able to choose a device. So because this is a call, I want to do that on my iPhone. So the shortcut in Todoist for labels is the @. And as you can see, once you start typing, it'll give you a nice drop down for anything that matches that. And you can easily click enter once you select one. Then if you start typing one that isn't found, like call, label is not found, and it gives you an option to create the call label. So after that, you can add the task, and our call will be added to that task, and a new label will be made down here. Let's continue to add a few more. So we want to mail John about project B. So this is going to be on a computer and email. So because that isn't found, we're going to create a new one. And if you want to edit those, you can just easily click and get rid of them, and those will be gone. You can also edit the task from here and do the same thing. So we want to add that email back in there. And finally, we want to text Jane about the party favors this weekend. And we want a iPhone and text. So now we can see all of our actions down here. We'll go ahead and color code those red so they stand out a little bit more as actions. You can also move these around. So if you want a different order, you can certainly do that. Besides devices and actions, you can also set up labels for different people or groups. So if you wanted one for your boss, for your spouse, or for your son, This is typically what I like to do too. So if I need to talk to my wife about anything after work, or maybe an article that I wanted to share with her, I could add her tag on there and be able to talk about it either later in the day or maybe text it to her or something like that when I get a free minute. So I would suggest setting up people-specific labels as well, but try not to go too crazy. My rule of thumb is that I like to keep the labels on the slimmer side, and you can always add more later, or like you saw, adding them in line as you need them. And I'm also quick to delete them as well. So I don't want, hundreds of labels in here because it's going to be really hard to find and sort through. So keeping them slimmed down and specific for your use case is going to help you out the most. One other label that I recommend to you is a waiting label. This is used for if you send a text or leave a voicemail or a response in an email and you're waiting for that person to get back to you. So this is just a little label that you can continue to check maybe daily or every other day and see, hey, did that person get back to me with whatever I needed? I found it very helpful in my day-to-day usage as well. Once you have gone through and set up the initial labels that you want, you can go ahead and go through your tasks and you can assign different labels to all of those tasks. I like having labels on anything that is upcoming for the next few days or weeks or anything that needs to be actionable. Some tasks in your system, might be for future events or things that need to be done, but might not need your attention right now. So personally, I like to only label things that need action in the next few days or maybe a week. Once you have assigned all of the labels, you can then either click on the specific labels for the tasks so you can see all of the calls, or you can click down here and you can see all of the numbers of the tally of tasks that you have per label. So I found that we have 2 tasks. So we have a call and a text. So next time that I'm on my iPhone and have a few minutes, I can also make that call or send that text and check that off my list for the day. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button below. Also feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions. If you aren't a subscriber, please click subscribe in order to get notified of new videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day.